I recently went through the process of trying to find a new business banking account for my online business. I needed somewhere that I could send invoices for sponsored videos, where I could get my YouTube income and my Etsy income and all the different income streams that I have in one place. So naturally, I wanted a new business banking account, but it was very hard to decide where to put my money. There are so many options out there. So today I'm going to give you my review of Novo and kind of look at some of the reasons why you might want to use them for your business bank account and why you might not, and some of the reasons why I think it's the perfect option for anyone earning income online. It is the choice that I personally went with and I do use for my online business. So let's get started and look at some of the pros and cons and reasons why Novo is a good choice. In my opinion, it's perfect for content creators, freelancers, people starting something new. It's a great option if you are not well established or if you're even bringing in a full-time income like I currently am. I think it's great for anyone earning multiple streams of income and having a small business or an online business, and that's because I'm personally using it for both businesses. Novo is perfect for anyone that is starting out, especially, and you want to separate your personal and business checking accounts, which you should do, by the way. It's going to be very helpful for the future when you are working on your taxes and getting everything set up. I think it's a great option for anyone running an Etsy shop or any kind of online shop or selling digital products. So let's look at some of the reasons why. Novo is not actually a bank. It's a technology company that is partnering with a bank so that they can offer things like checking accounts. They partnered with Middlesex Federal Savings in order to provide FDIC insurance and deposit account services through a traditional bank. You might have never heard of Middlesex Federal Savings, and I personally hadn't, but they've been around as a bank for over 100 years. Novo is completely digital, and since it's a technology company, they are offering some of the great integrations and perks for account holders that people running an online business would want to have. Novo offers a lot of really cool direct integrations with things like Shopify, QuickBooks, Stripe, Zapier, and Slack. Personally, I use a lot of these in my own business already, so having a bank account that automatically integrates with them and gives me the option to seamlessly transition was really useful when I set up my bank account at Novo. Novo targets their business banking account toward people who want to have a free business checking account but prefer to manage everything online, integrate with tools they already use, and don't need to deposit cash regularly. Okay, let's talk about some of the reasons why Novo is a great option, some of the pros of having a business account at Novo. First is that there's a very low opening balance to starting an account there. That is something that's really great if you're starting out. You only need $50 to start an account at Novo, which makes it really accessible if you're just starting out and don't have a lot of money in your business yet. When I was looking for a new business checking account, many required a balance of thousands just to start and to qualify for a free checking account with no monthly fee. So in order to have an account where you weren't paying $15 a month, you had to have a minimum balance of several $1,000s. Novo doesn't do that. Another pro is definitely no fees. They do not have a lot of the traditional fees that other banks will put on business checking accounts. Novo's business checking account has no monthly fees, no minimum balance requirements, no transaction fees, and no incoming wire fees. In addition, there are no fees for incoming or outgoing ACH transfers, stop payments, debit card replacements, or paper statements. Novo Business Checking also includes a lot of things that you would normally have to pay a fee to get at other banks. That includes free mobile check deposit, free bill pay with physical checks that are mailed from the mobile app, and free bank checks. There are two exceptions to their no fee policy. Unfortunately, they do have a fee for insufficient funds and for uncollected funds, and those both have a $27 fee. But if you are on top of your finances, which you should be, you probably won't have to deal with those. Another pro is that they have free ATM access. So if you need to get to an ATM to draw out cash, you can do that with Novo because of how they have it set up. Novo allows you to use any ATM in the United States or abroad without charging you any fees. They reimburse you for all the fees you might have to pay up front, which is really nice in case you are somewhere where you don't have the specific ATM you need and then you have to pay a fee. They will reimburse you for that. Another really great pro, in my opinion, of Novo is that they have built-in sinking funds. Novo calls them reserves, but they're basically sinking funds, little savings accounts within your checking account where you can put money aside and build up a little pile of reserves of cash So when you have an expense, you're able to pay for it. This sinking fund style budgeting tool is really useful, and you can set aside funds within your checking account to budget for different types of expenses like taxes, new equipment, or anything you might need. It's really a great tool also to build up paychecks. If you need to pay yourself regularly, you can put aside money for paychecks so that you're sending yourself money on a regular basis. This is really great, especially if you have a variable income or you have multiple income streams that pay at different times of the month like I do. It's all over the place with my monthly calendar, but I'm able to kind of reserve money for certain things and then send it when it needs to go. Another nice thing that Novo has that I consider a pro is invoicing. If you are a freelancer especially, having your invoicing inside your bank account can be really useful, so you're not having to go to multiple places and you're not having to use something like PayPal. Novo has integrated invoicing features that allow you to create, send, and manage unlimited invoices right from your bank account. This would be a fantastic tool for freelancers or content creators working with brands frequently. If you're doing a lot of sponsored posts and you need to send out invoices to get yourself paid, that can be a really useful tool. Novo is one of the best options out there, I think, right now for business checking, with direct integrations with other platforms that you're probably already using. This is one of the things that drew me to Novo originally, and it's something that I think is really, really valuable. Novo has focused on integrations with the tools that help get small businesses paid. They have direct account integrations with QuickBooks, Xero, Stripe, Shopify, TransferWise, Zapier, and Slack. They also allow you to connect your business checking account to Square, PayPal, and Wave, though there's not a direct integration with those. Since I personally use a lot of those tools already in my business, it was really seamless for me to start my Novo business checking account and then just set everything up to integrate with each other, and they worked really, really well together, and I didn't have to do much at all. There were no technical problems because they've already had everything set up for me, and there was no real need to contact customer service or get anything handled because it all worked instantly, which is really, really nice when you're switching something over and starting something new and a new account. For everything to work together really well, that is a huge pro. Not only does Novo give you all of these integrations, but they also offer a lot of discounts and special perks for their members. They have partnered with all of these different businesses and tools to give you a lot of discounts and things that can really save you a lot of money when you look at the details. Opening an account at Novo gives you access to these discounts on a lot of different business softwares and services with providers like Stripe, QuickBooks, Gusto, Google, HubSpot, and others. So for example, let's look at the Stripe integration and discount. The Stripe integration will save you up to $500 with $20,000 in fee-free card processing. That could be a really, really huge win, especially if you're selling something like digital products on your website and you're using Stripe to process those credit card payments. So for $20,000 in sales, you are going to get the fees wiped away because of this discount, this integration. So that's a really nice perk to have if you are signing up and you need that service. So the final pro, in my opinion, is ease of use. They have both an online, a web-based browser website, and then an app as well. And both of these work so well. This point isn't super important for everybody. A lot of people will suffer through a really terribly designed and hard to use website just to get some other perk. But for me, I love for my technology to work seamlessly and be just easy and to flow with how I use it. This is something that Novo has done really well because, of course, they're a technology company, not an actual traditional bank. Honestly, after dealing with local banks for years, I am so happy with a really easy and friendly user experience that makes banking not that frustrating. Of course, no place is without downsides, and Novo does have some cons that might really make it not the right fit for you. So let's talk about those negatives and see if they are a reason why Novo might not be the right fit for you. First is that there are no cash deposits. That's right. If you use cash, if your business is cash-based and you need to put cash in a bank, you're not going to want to use Novo. You're just not. If you're someone that likes to either use cash or put cash in the bank or take cash for your small business, anything to do with cash, you're probably going to think that Novo falls short because they just don't accommodate cash deposits. It's not something that they do because there aren't physical locations. and that's not the main thing that they're focused on. Another downside that I personally have considered a negative for Novo, but also was a negative with my last business bank account, is that there is no recurring bill pay. So unfortunately, for those of us who pay bills through our business banking account, you're not going to have the opportunity to set up a recurring bill payment with Novo. You can save the info for your bill to be paid the next time, and you can save who it's going to, but you still have to go in and manually make it happen with Novo. So that is one thing where I think that they really fall short, and you have to really keep an eye on when your bills are due if you're using that function. So that's definitely a con and something I would consider if you are needing that function to be a high priority on your list of what you're looking for. So I really don't have that many cons for Novo because I think that it's a really strong product for a specific type of business owner like myself and a lot of the people that I work with online. So a lot of digital product creators, YouTubers, people like that. I think it's a really strong choice for that type of person. And if you're not using cash and having a very in-person business, then I don't know that it would be right for you. But that's not really the type of business I'm super used to. So my review does skew toward that online business mindset. And I have chosen to use them personally for my bank account. I have looked at the reviews for them online, and Consumers Advocate has them rated 5 out of 5 stars, excellent. NerdWallet came in slightly lower at 3.5 out of 5 stars. And then I personally gave them a 5 out of 5 from my experience so far. They've been really helpful, and I did contact customer support for just a couple questions before doing this review to see how they responded and if it was a pleasant experience. And I did really appreciate how quickly they answered my questions and the level of customer experience that I had. But like I said, this is a kind of biased review because I am a customer. Whether or not Novo is right for you is going to be highly influenced by your type of business and whether you are their ideal target customer or not. So I am their ideal customer because I manage all of my money online. I already use a lot of the tools that they are integrating with, and I don't need anything physical. I don't need a physical location, and I don't need to use cash ever. So I'm kind of that like ideal target person for them. And of course, this is not a sponsored video. I personally went out and researched all of my bank account options and chose Novo on my own. I just wanted to make a review because I know that a lot of people struggle with this choice too. I definitely did. It took me weeks of effort to try to figure out which bank to actually choose, and I did not go with a lot of the options I originally had on my list because I felt that Novo was a better fit for me. I definitely think Novo is the perfect fit for anyone in the creator economy. That is something that is, in recent years especially, something that's growing, and a lot of us are creating incomes online and earning more money. So I think that it is ultimately something that we'll be moving toward, and a lot of people are going to be the target market that Novo is kind of trying to reach. So I think they're going to be fine. But if it's not the right fit for you, that is totally understandable. If you need something physical and cash-based, definitely don't go with Novo. But if you're all online and you do a lot of online activities, check it out. I think it's a really good option for anyone in that online creator economy, digital product sellers, course creators, things like that. With all of the things Novo offers, the perks and the benefits that they give to all of their customers, I definitely recommend them, especially for anyone in that specific area. I'm definitely happy to recommend them to small business owners and anyone in the online business world, and especially for new Etsy sellers, people that are new to online side hustles and things like that. I think it's the perfect fit for those type of people. That's it for my experience with Novo. If you found this video helpful, please leave a like. And if you've used Novo before, leave a comment letting me know how you like them and your experience. I would love to know a little bit more about how other people feel about them and see if there are some other experiences out there to let us have a better, more well-rounded review. Leave me a comment and I will catch you in the next video.